Hello everyone. So welcome to day 4 of question series of CMA Final. So today we are going to do a sum of portfolio management chapter. Some people have asked me doubt regarding this question. So I'm going to discuss this question and there's a PDF which I have just copy pasted from the institute material so that it will be easy going for me to explain you this question. And it is also an important question from exam point of view. You may see this question from 8 to ranging from 8 to 10 marks in your examination. So now let's begin with this question. So basically in the question, the three shares are given A, B, C. Their portfolio weights are given, and the beta of the three shares are given. Also, the expected return on these stocks are given. Also, the total variance of each stock is also given in the question. Okay, total variance is given in the question, which means the variance of A and B and C is given in the question. Okay. Now let's see the further what is given in the question. Standard deviation of market portfolio is given as 10%. The various covariances between the shares are given, that is like covariance of A and B is 0.030, A and C is 0.020 and B and C is 0.040. Now you have to calculate the portfolio beta. The first is portfolio beta. Now let's start with calculation of portfolio beta. So basically what will you do? You how to calculate portfolio beta will simply multiply the portfolio weights with the beta value of each stock and will do the summation of the multiplication of both. Like, let me explain once again. The portfolio weight of share A was given 0.20. We have multiplied it with the beta of portfolio, which was 0.40. The second one is portfolio B, which was 0.50 and its beta was 0.50. Similarly, for stock C, it was 0.30 and the beta was 1.10. So we'll do the summation of all, and the final value which comes to the solution is 0.6, which is the portfolio beta. The second question, which is very much important because people don't understand what does it mean. Residual variance of each of the three shares. You have to calculate residual variance. So basically residual variance is unsystematic risk. You have to calculate unsystematic risk. So wherever in exam this word is used, residual variance, then do keep in mind this means unsystematic risk. So basically the unsystematic risk you cannot calculate directly until and unless some of the data is given in the question. So basically what will you do? You are very much aware that total risk is equal to systematic risk plus unsystematic risk. What is total risk? Total risk is basically the variance of the stock or the portfolio, as the question says. Okay. And systematic risk is basically we calculate it by multiplying the variance of market with the beta square of portfolio. Okay, this is the formula for calculating the systematic risk. And unsystematic risk, how will you calculate? Put it in the equation. It will be minus standard deviation of P. So basically this is the process. So now similarly they have calculated what I have said. They have calculated beta square A into standard into variance of market. So basically this is the formula of calculation of systematic risk. For all of the three stocks they have calculated the systematic risk, and what they have done, what I have told you, this is the formula basically for calculation of unsystematic risk, and they have deducted it with the variance given over in the question. Okay, variance given in the question. Okay, the variance for A was given 0.015. They have deducted it with the systematic risk, which was 0.0016. Similarly for B and C they have done. So basically whenever in the question you have to calculate unsystematic risk, you will basically use the formula unsystematic risk is equals to the total risk minus systematic risk. So systematic risk is basically the variance of portfolio, and unsystematic risk, how do you calculate? It is basically the standard variance of stock, that is, suppose A is the stock, into this the beta square of the stock. Okay, this is done. The third one is portfolio variance using sharp index model. Do keep in mind, whenever in the question you have to calculate the portfolio variance using sharp index model, then what will you do? You will firstly calculate the variance of portfolio, systematic risk of portfolio. Then you will calculate the unsystematic risk of the portfolio. And what is the variance using sharp index model? It will be basically the sum of systematic and unsystematic risk. So how will you calculate the systematic risk of portfolio? It is basically the same formula, beta square of portfolio into variance of portfolio. This is the formula of calculating systematic risk. Okay. So beta square of portfolio, it was 0.66. Beta of portfolio, you will do the square of this, and this will be this I have said wrong. It is basically the variance of market, and the variance of market was given in the question. It is 10%. So we'll do we'll do this. It was the question in it was given risk of, that is standard deviation of portfolio. It was given, you have to take in the formula the variance of portfolio. So you have basically done the square of this. Okay, now how to calculate systematic unsystematic risk? So basically in the above part of the question, you have calculated this systematic risk of each stock. What you will do, you will just multiply this systematic risk with the weight square of each stock given in the question. Okay, do remember this part, because people get confused because they calculate systematic risk, but when they come to unsystematic risk part, they don't know how to calculate it. So basically you have calculated the unsystematic risk of stock in the previous question. You will basically multiply the unsystematic risk into the weight square given in the question. Okay, so for suppose I am explaining you for stock A, what they have done, variance which they have calculated above, they have multiplied it with the weight given in the question, which was 0.20. Okay, weight square they have done, because this is variance now, so they have done weight square of this. Okay, so for each of the stocks you will calculate and do the summation. Okay, now the total variance will basically be the systematic risk and unsystematic risk ka summation. So systematic risk you have calculated above, and this unsystematic risk is this which you have calculated, and this will be the portfolio variance using sharp index model. Now suppose in the question it is given that you have to calculate portfolio variance on the basis of MPT, that is modern portfolio theory, or by using the Markowitz theories. Then how will you calculate? You use that formula which we have learned in starting of the portfolio chapter, which was weight square variance of stock A. Okay, weight square variance of stock A plus weight square variance of weight square, just a minute, I'm writing it once again, weight square into variance of stock A plus weight square B into variance of stock B plus weight square C into variance of stock C plus 2 into, first USD C, take two stocks, weight A, stock A and stock B. So you do 2 into weight into covariance of stock A and B. Okay, then again you do 2 into, you take B and C, weight into covariance of B and C. And thirdly, what will you do? The last is A and C. So what will you do for that? Plus 2 into weight. This is weight into weight. Sorry, I have not written in multiplication sign. So do remember this. 2 into weight into covariance of A and C. So just put the values which you have calculated and the answer will come for this question. Okay. So let me explain you this part, because many of you find difficult in solving this part. Okay, so I'm explaining you the part. First I'm writing the formula. It will be weight square A into variance of A plus weight square B into variance of B plus weight square C into variance of C. Okay, plus 2 into weight of A into weight of B into covariance AB plus 2 into weight of, let's take B and C, 2 into weight of B into weight of C into covariance B and C. Okay, covariance of B and C plus 2 into weight, let's take now A and C, weight into covariance of A and C. Now let's put the values in this. Now weight square A, what was given in the question for weight square A? It was 0.20. Okay, so we'll write 0.20 ka square, or variance of A, what we have calculated, or it was given in the question, it was 0.015. Okay, so we'll take into 0.015. Okay, plus weight square V was given in the question, it was 0.50, I think so. Let me once check. It was 0.50, and for weight 0.50 ka whole square into it. For C it is point. For C it is point. It is point. Just a minute. It is 0.30. Okay. For weight of C, it is 0.30 ka whole square. And what is the variance of weight B and weight C? It is 0.025 or 0.1. Okay. Now we are writing just in this 0.1. It is 0.025 over here. 0.025, or in this it is 0.1. Okay, done. Now 2 into weight of A. Weight of A is 0.20 and weight of B is 0.50 into covariance was given in the question. Okay, it is 0.030 for A and B, 0.030 into 0.030. Okay, now for the second part, it is 2 into A and C we are taking. Okay, A and C, it is 0.20 into 0.30, and covariance was given in the question, which is A and C is 0.020. It is 0.020. Now let's take B and C. 2 into weight of B is 0.50 into 0.30, and what is the covariance given in the question? It is 0.040. Okay, into 0.040. Now if you solve this, the answer will come, which will come to 0.0363. Because in Institute Math, it is a bit confusing how they have solved this question. So I have given you the exact formula to solve this question. Please apply this formula. If you will once go through this formula, you'll understand easily what I meant. Okay, let me explain it in mathematical terms, which we used to learn in our childhood. So basically how I have made this formula is, basically I have used this formula which we used to use in our maths algebra. It is A plus B plus C ka whole square. We used to write A square plus B square plus C square plus 2 into AB plus 2 into BC plus 2 into AC. This was the formula we used to apply. Similarly, for this calculation of portfolio variance, we use the similar formula. Only if you go through once this formula, you'll understand it very well. It is basically Hindi mein you learn it. Weight square into variance plus weight square into variance plus 2 into weight into weight plus 2 into weight into weight. Okay, basically if there are two variables, then this 2 into weight will come 2 times, because you can make two combinations, that is A and B. And if there are 3 variables, then 2 into weight will come 3 times. Okay, so once go through this basically formula, and this question will be easy going for you. So basically the important part was, basically first one was how to calculate unsystematic risk. It is basically the total risk minus the systematic risk. The second one was using sharp index model. How will you calculate the portfolio variance? It was basically you will calculate the systematic risk using the formula, the standard square of variance of market into beta square of portfolio. And unsystematic risk will be basically the risk which we have calculated in the above question, and multiply by the weight square. Okay, this will be using sharp index model. And using modern portfolio theory or Markowitz theory, how will you calculate? It is basically using the formula weight square into variance, in weight plus weight square into variance plus 2 into weight. So this is the formula. I have left this formula in the PDF so that you will understand it. I'm posting this on my Telegram channel so that it will be easy going for you whenever you solve this question. Okay, so this was all about this question, and it is an important question from exam point of view. So do solve it once with yourself. Don't just go through the video and think that you understood this question until and unless you solve the entire question. This is so confusing question that in examination, even if you know the entire sum how to solve it, you'll face some issues if you have not solved it by yourself using a copy and a pen. Okay, so thank you so much. If you like this video and you are liking this series which I have started, then please do hit a like, subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.